Welcome to the DYSON'S Effect,
a show about everyday situations, issues, and topics we talk about and give our opinions.
We may even listen to yours.
We are your hosts, Johnny
and Theresa,
also known as Mr. and Mrs. Dyson. Hey.
All right now.
Oh, and we're back. I'm Johnny.
This is Theresa.
And this is another episode of the DYSON'S Effect. So, without further ado, we got our first guest. I'm gonna give a little small history of how far we go back. She probably don't even know how far we go back.
Oh yes, I do.
This is come to find out, has been coined as the T-shirt lady.
Yes.
A community activist, a community organizer, all outreach person, sister of the churches, and everything else that she can be coined for doing all good things in the community in Benton Harbor, Michigan, for our people back home there. The none other illustrious, the effervescent,
Give it to me.
the wonderful, great friend that I call a sister. That's a sister to my family, sister to all of us. Sister Verna McGruder.
Yay, that's our.
All right. I love it.
So,
I wasn't expecting it, but I did that.
do you and Theresa, how far y'all go back? Do y'all got any history?
I don't know her. I met her. Well, I've seen her, but I've met her once, I believe, you all. But it was before the beautiful transformation. But she was beautiful anyway for me.
So you know how far we go back?
I don't know how far you guys go back, but I remember you from college, 1999.
I remember before that.
School?
Before that.
Oh.
I guess
You
it
was
was
my nephew?
Well, one of my family members or friends, I don't remember at the time because it was so long ago, was trying to talk to your sister, your oldest sister that used to play basketball.
Mm-hmm. Kiana.
And we came over y'all house, and
who was your friend?
I don't remember.
That's sad, but okay.
That's sad. I think it was my cousin Willie, but I'm not sure. I don't want to put that on Willie yet. But we came over your house and y'all was living on Pipestone.
Yeah.
We used to live on Pipestone right down the street. Y'all used to live right next door to Harold Hampton.
Yeah, I was like 16, but the time frame that I remember you was when I was 18. So that was like just a few years.
A few years later in college.
Yeah. We basically used to live together.
Yeah, so that's what I was going to tell Theresa, because I had text her and I was like, because we all got different lives now. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't know who answering your phone and all that stuff was going on. So I text you and I was like, hey, this your brother Johnny. Hey, everything okay? You still remember me? I want to see if I can, offer some assistance. And you was like, boy, we used to live together.
Right. Like, what the heck? Of course I remember you. Like, of course. Like, I want to clarify, like, when I say live together, I know that I don't know your beautiful wife. We didn't actually live together, but we lived in the dorms. And I was like always in their room, and they was like always in our room. So that's what we mean by live together. We was a family in Muskegon at Baker College. So, we all stuck together, which was good because it was crazy.
Well, not to get,
digress. Right.
Yeah, but what I used to tell my wife is we kind of like all of us jailed together.
Yeah.
We was so broke. We all used to chip in and get food and all that stuff. We kind of like all used to live together in like one little, they was called pods, but like we was in the boys' pod, they was in the women's pods, and like we used to go to each other's room like, man, what y'all got to eat?
Right, because we ain't gonna make it.
Man, y'all ain't got no tuna or nothing. Tuna was 49 cents. Y'all ain't got no tuna.
We had some bougie folks that act like they wasn't, of us, but we not finna do it. I'm not finna
And we used to be like, man, y'all ain't got nothing to eat. Ain't got no sandwich meat, nothing. But we used to all dip in. We used to all go to the club together. We ain't had no money going to the club.
We was like 40 deep, but of course we gotta zero in on somebody that's gonna buy all of us some drinks and get us all in the club.
On ladies' night. Ladies' night was Thursday night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thursday night. What's the name of the club? You remember the club? Nubbies.
Or
Nubbies.
I know it was an N.
Why was it called Nubbies?
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember the dude that worked there had his fingers cut off or something. He had got a lot of money. He bought a club. It was called Nubbies.
Black people, we will say no.
Hilarious.
That's right. We gonna use it. We have always done that though. Look at our history. We have always done that. Even in slavery, we we jump the broom if you won't let us get married. We gonna make it.
When we used to pay, he had like some of his fingers was cut off. I don't know if you ever remember that. Some of his fingers was cut off.
All I know is I wanted to go to the club and get back so I can finish my homework. Let's get it.
well.
I had things to do.
And you are accomplished now. You have a lot of great things you've been doing. You are doing a lot of stuff for the community, especially during this pandemic time. Before we get into our topic, I wanted to tell you that through everything that's been going on, through the situation that has been transpired, I am really proud of you, though. You have really been doing your thing. You still been striving. I remember another time I seen you walking in the rain, and I think I had to give you a ride or something like that. It was you and your daughter or one of your childs or something like one of the babies.
I don't remember, but it's definitely possible because if I don't get it, I'm gonna go get it. So
I think I had to give you a ride. It was raining, and I had the old Impala with me, and I had to give you a ride. And you were saying I ain't gonna give it away because we're gonna go into that. That goes into. You said so and so might see us. If he see us, he crazy, and he worked for so and so and so and so. So hurry up and drop me off over here.
Okay.
I was like, okay, I'm going over my baby mama house, which is Theresa. Okay. I was going over there, and you was like, okay, and it was you and Doc because I didn't want y'all walking in the rain, so I gave you a ride. I want to say it was on Bishop.
Yeah, that's where I was at when I had just had my daughter.
See, I got a good memory. You
got a great memory because mine is
foggy, great memory.
To say the least. I just know I know you, and I've always known you. You've always been family to me. That's all I know. I
got a great memory. That's what I'm saying. I know you. I know your family and everything. You just always.
I remember how you talked that you was, that dude in college and things.
I wasn't. I mean. You know it's funny.
Always walking around with a toothpick in your mouth. We was like,
shout it
out your mouth. You ain't even dead. But to be quite honest, I mean, he was definitely popular with the ladies. We was just his sister, so it was like we don't see it.
You couldn't get nobody to tell me nothing, man. I had a lot of lady friends that was my friends, and a lot of people didn't like how I was just, very like Brock. I was very charismatic.
And you was respectful. Yeah. You know what I mean? You wasn't like a pig, like some of them, they were pigs. It's like, I wouldn't date them. Oh my God, if they was millionaires, they would not have a chance. But you was very respectful, and I feel like you was honest up to your, ability. I'm pretty sure you wasn't too honest.
Which goes to our topic.
Mm-hmm.
So, our topic has been all over social media. Has been all over it's been on the radio stations, it's been on the news, it's even in the BBC that's over in London or the UK, Great Britain, the BBC, it's in their news channel. And it is about the relationship guru, Derrick Jackson, has got caught cheating with
it says numerous.
It's saying numerous amount of women.
It said one.
So a second mistress has come out now, but not to get too off the topic.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Derrick Jackson, so on and so forth for that?
I've been following Derrick since I've divorced. which
Oh,
was in
wow.
2005. Actually, I actually had to think about that, and it's crazy because I'm the type of woman, I'm very alpha, so I wanted to learn the other side of things. You know what I mean? And not always take my opinion. So I'm like, a man said the best way to learn a man is get the opinion from a man. So I'm like, I can't, you know, constantly consulting with us women. Let me see what his side says. So I followed Derrick Jackson. TD Jakes is amazing for me because, you know, he's got the spiritual rim of it. Kev Hicks, Stephen Speaks, you know, but Derrick was my favorite. And I did say I lost a lot of respect. And it's not because of what he did. It's because of who you are and what you represent. That
Go into that. Go into that, please.
What you did.
Go into that.
Well, for me, he was the perfect man. I'm gonna be honest. When I was single, I prayed. I'm like, I want a little bit of Derrick Jackson. I want, you know, and I don't know if you guys know this. I've been devastated by pillars of my, I want to say my community, and it could be national, it could be virtual. I've been devastated. I was a part of a church for almost 12 years. Just I had to walk out a year ago because that leader presented himself as something and found out that he was sleeping with women all over. So this Derrick Jackson thing, although it was traumatizing, it wasn't the biggest shock in my life because I had just went through it. But I am very shocked that you give us all this advice. It sounds like you can tell us about it because it was you. Now, in his previous videos, he would say because of my past, because of what I was. He couldn't keep it real and say, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm able to tell you this. So it's never about what somebody does to me because I'm, the Bible said we all sin. You know, so I can't sit here and say like I'm some type of perfect goody two-shoe. I'm saying I represent a certain thing, and then when I'm not, I verbalize that. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like that in order to say that you're something and that's what you're representing, your life should definitely follow. Your life is the best book that we can read. So the fact that now you want to, and see another thing that really makes me upset about men like him, especially leaders that, you know, present themselves to the world as a certain way. It's one thing to be in the backyard and pretending that you know, this guy, you were on national platforms teaching about this, and this is what you do, and you were hiding it. And to me, it goes back to Rihanna. You're not sorry that you did it. You're sorry you got caught. That's where I am with it. And I don't know how, you know, I'm gonna let y'all lead the conversation, but thing with his wife, the way he's put her in the front, let me tell you, that bothers me because that's exactly what the pastor that I was under did. Put his wife up front to speak for him. Put his wife out there to say, oh, you know, I'm gonna stick with him, but he's great and da-da-da-da-da, he's already forgiven, and you know, speaking for him, you know, I'm not gonna get it verbatim, but same thing with Derrick Jackson. You threw this girl on a bonnet, whatever hat, whatever you want to call it, put her in the front of a camera to glorify you, when you know that literally you can look at her and tell she's not in a mental condition to be in front of a camera. If you ain't got me all the way right, don't put no camera on me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? He should, in my personal opinion, looks might not always matter to people, but your first impression is. We've never seen this woman before. And that's, to me, that was a red flag from day one. I don't care who you are. He said it was to protect them. Now, we've had that conversation as far as in his blogs and, you know, videos. People have asked, why don't we see your wife? Now, if you're the relationship guru, where's your wife? He would say he's keeping them private for, you know, their safety's sake. Now you got her in front of the camera, knowing that you got chicks out here. So was it for your safety's sake, or was it because you was hiding her away from all your chicks? Because, you know, I used to be a side chick. Not on purpose, but I used to be a side chick. We like to be number one. We don't care what you say you got at home. I need to be the one out front. I need to be at the restaurant. And as long as you know they feel a certain way, they're going to stick around. So you made them feel like queens while you pushed your real queen to the back corner in the back. And now you want to push her out front to promote your name. And to me, that's sad. And if I met him, I would tell him to his face. I think he did his wife so wrong on top of what he did. He put her out in the platform unprepared, disconnected. She's continued. And then I don't know if you saw the other video of her in the
army fatigue.
Now, spiritually, I get it. And I text her that I get it, but we're not going to receive that because it's not in sincerity. This is not how you really feel. This is how you're explaining your behavior. There's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? This is not how you feel. You are completely broken. We can see behind your eyes. You don't have to tell us. We can see it. We women. I can look completely behind the things that she's saying now. Any woman will tell you, of course she's hurt.
Yeah.
That's obvious. But she's broken.
Yeah, she is.
You know, no woman would ever get in front of a camera without a beat. If you're going to get me in the camera, he should have had, this is my personal opinion, he should have had her hair done. He should have had her makeup done. And I don't wear makeup, but if that's what she wears and that's what she chooses, your outfit should have been A1 because you got to be ready. Like she said, breastplate of righteousness. You got to be ready for these people. You going on a platform,
social media.
Yeah, you're going on a platform that's going to attack you. So be ready. You can attack everything but what I look like because I'm going to bring it to you.
Well, see, this is the thing, though. I think that this is more of a topic for you women than as opposed to me. But I mean,
think both. But
I mean, so what do you feel about this?
Well, first of all, I didn't even know who he was until I seen everything. I was like, who is this guy? Like, why is he on the Shade Room? Everybody's talking about him. So
he's everywhere.
When I seen he was a big relationship guy and he made these videos. I used to come across his videos on Facebook where he would do, I guess, side-by-sides or give his opinions on other people's stuff, but I never knew him. I didn't follow him, anything. So when I seen, you know, everything that happened in the videos, like some of the videos I didn't even watch.
Right.
Because they were just so repetitive and it was just like, please stop talking. You're making the situation, you know, even worse. It's just like, okay, she's sticking with you. Maybe you guys need to take some time to heal and move on and let it die down. It's like every hour it was a new video of him talking third person.
He did that many?
Yeah, he did a lot.
He made me mad. Oh,
he did a lot of video. And then when she came with the army fatigue on, and I just was like, Jesus.
We knew then.
I'm like, this lady, you could tell she's very, very hurt. You know, and which is understandable. This is your husband. This is somebody that practice, you know, don't cheat, don't do this, don't do that. I think he had a book, or they have a book or something.
They have several books.
He has 9 books that I've seen.
Apparently he's promoting a new one now.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Long time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Business-wise, it's perfect.
Yeah, because he's gained like 200,000 followers.
But you should be trying to save your family. Above that book.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Wife. Like, yeah, they need to heal. She needs to not be making these videos. If no one can tell you to leave or stay with your man, your husband, that's just nobody. Nobody. So if that's what you're going to do, then by all means do it. But try to do it in private, heal, because you are hurt. You know, that really took a toll on her. You could tell all in her face, whether she wants to act like she's okay, she's not okay. So, you know, if you're gonna stay with him, that's fine. Nobody can tell you to leave. Nobody, you know, it's just, I think this happens every day. But since he's such a public figure, it's blown out of proportion. Yeah. You know, so I like you said, I don't know if I could even take him serious. And if I was somebody that followed him and paid attention to him and bought his books, and at this point, like I couldn't take him serious anymore.
I don't know if you watched the whole thing with her in the army fatigue, but clearly she was reading. She was clearly.
No, I didn't.
She was clearly reading the prompter. She was clearly. That's why I said, sis, I believe in every word you're saying, but I can't connect with the sincerity because you have certain pauses. You have you can't bring sincerity to the life of what you're saying if you're reading it.
Like he's standing in front of her. Yeah, right.
It has to flow. Right. But my thing is, I'm gonna go to the spiritual and the mental part of it all for me. Religion, I think that a lot of men are taking advantage of that. And for her in this in particular situation, she's using Huh?
That's a good topic. You need to say.
I'm there. I am. I get in trouble a lot, so just tell the viewers to just bring it to me.
I mean, that's a whole topic we could talk about another time.
Okay, all right. But what I'm saying is that's what
Hint
she
on it,
in
though.
her video. That's what she's using. The whole armor fatigue. That's a scripture that she's breaking out. The breastplate of righteousness, the head of, salvation, the helmet of salvation. She's using that. That's why I'm bringing that.
Explain it for the people that may not know.
So the scriptures that she brought out, putting on the whole armor of God. That's the reason why she had on the army fatigue shirt. She's saying that we're calling it a bonnet. She's calling it a helmet of salvation. This is all scripture. So she's putting on the whole armor of God when she's saying the feet of peace and things of that nature. I don't know the exact armor for the whole body, but there's a scripture in the Bible that covers the entire body with certain scriptures connected to, peace and, salvation and righteousness and, and all this. However, I think that sometimes we kind of cloud the reality versus constantly trying to bring in a scripture to validate or justify our behavior. Because at the end of the day, the reality is your marriage is completely dissolved. We can pretend that it's still intact because the paperwork is still there, but it's completely dissolved because as far as a marriage, there's a union between a woman and a man. God only gave us one reason to get a divorce, and that's infidelity. He's already committed that. That means he's already broke the commitment. They need a recommitment, first of all. But before that recommitment, this is Derrick Jackson, this is his wife. They're not going to come here because he's already put so many women in between. There's no marriage. So you can bring up those scriptures, but as far as the living of it, it's a whole depth of understanding that's being missed right now. Because if that's the case, we're going to continue to allow the scriptures to allow these people to get away with murder.
Yeah. And my thing is, I don't know how true that is, but they were saying that he slept with the women in their home.
Ooh.
I didn't see that, but it's like, I don't care if it was in the home, car, in the moon.
Right.
What you doing even talking or entertaining another woman?
Right.
You should already know from day one, because you teach about this, that they're coming.
Yeah,
they're gonna come.
Yeah.
But the fact that, and he sees the fragile state of his wife, it's just breaking my heart. Mentally, I think that she is completely disconnected, and if she's not already got some medical help, she really needs it. And that's not even a joke. She needs some type of counseling.
She needs some type of counseling.
That's not even a joke to play with.
Some type of counseling or outreach or something.
Yeah, because the thing is, when it got to social media don't care about your feelings.
No.
They don't care about none of that. Like, the comments is brutal. Like, I was reading the comments and I'm just like, everybody was attacking her, attacking how she looked, in opposed to uplifting her, like, we feel for you, we sorry for you. No, social media is going to make you want to probably commit suicide for those that are not strong.
And that's an important topic, because as an evaluator, I'm not a psychology nurse, I'm not a psychologist, but I do assessments all the time, and looking at her lets me know that she needs some medical attention. She really does. And the hurtful part about it is she put herself in that position, unfortunately, you went out there without armor.
Interesting point.
Say that you have the armor, but you went out there without armor. The first thing you do when you get on social media is get yourself together.
So one of the things is going into the comments, even though I don't want to talk too much about the comments.
We also want to know your take on this too, because a man committed this.
Right.
I want to save mine. I'm gonna save mine a little bit till the end, because I gotta, and I'm gonna tell you where I've got my understanding of this.
Okay.
So I'm gonna save mine. That's why I want to give y'all the floor to go in.
No problem. We gonna slay you afterward.
Yes, slay me, slay this dragon, the Moor dragon, which is a different topic.
Okay.
People are claiming that he cheated because of how she looked, because she, and not just the bonnet, not just the clothes that she wore. Basically, if he's a man of a certain stature, if he's a man that is quote unquote very attractive, he's in shape, they think that he should have a woman to some up to that degree. That's what some are saying.
He married her. In her wedding picture, she still looked the same. She just didn't get herself together for social media. She lost a little weight too.
Right.
So
good.
To me, That is garbage.
And to me, she's not a bad looking woman. You know, and like you said, you don't wear, everybody don't put on makeup every day and lashes, and you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't fit the Instagram model look, you know, in their everyday life. There are real people out there. So I think that's BS to say, because like you said, he married her. So obviously he's seen something in her that he didn't see in any other woman at that time. You know, he made her his wife. So I don't think that. I know they're saying her appearance, and you know, like I seen one, and I guess she had on like a suit, maybe a woman's suit or something, and they was like, well, if I have to come home and my wife look like the Man in Black or something, I'm a cheat too. Like,
have to go look at that.
Like they have been just.
But that's one thing I don't agree with. I don't agree with how they're attacking. Now, I'm gonna talk about the attacking from all angles. Now, not just social media, not just the people are attacking on social media. My concern and what I try to get is some overstanding and some understanding is that why are women attacking her? Like, why are women attacking her, especially for how she looks, especially for staying with him? Like, why? Because, and the reason why I'm asking this, because of the time that we are in. The time that we are in is a good opportunity for a lot of women to stick together. This is a good feminine uprising, for lack of better words. This is a good time for us to, you know, see it better than once we've seen it before. And like, even commercials are doing different things for women, posting how much women make as opposed to a man, and just everything. I don't, you know, how women are being mistreated, so on and so forth. And if you know this information is out there, you see a woman, some women are even saying she could be being abused.
Maybe mentally. I mean, maybe.
Definitely emotionally and mentally.
Yeah, maybe.
And to be honest, I wouldn't exclude it.
Right.
I wouldn't, because you gotta literally push me in front of that camera to look like she did. That's not a put down. It's just, she just was not on her game.
She wasn't on her game.
As far as the women, I can tell you it's not a good thing, but it's just one of the things that I've seen. Women are in such competition. They want this man. Mm-hmm. They don't put her down every moment that they get, because it's such a competition. Everybody's such a threat to each other. I hate that about us. Mm-hmm. But it's absolutely true. Unfortunately, I just talked to you. I had somebody in my DM about my man. It's like, you know, and I'm constantly trying to be sensitive to this young lady, because clearly you were hurt. I apologize for us that, you know, you were hurt, but that was before me, guys. Let's not, you know, we constantly hurting each other or looking for a reason, you know, to hurt one another. But as far as her appearance, girl, your appearance snatched Derrick Jackson.
Right.
So I have nothing next.
So you think the lack of support comes from?
Say about your appearance.
So you think the lack of support comes from it being?
What do you mean? Support from who? The women, or?
Yeah, she should have a lot of. I think she should have some kind of support from women, and it comes from it's too much competition.
I support her, but the way I support her is I'm begging her to get off social media. That's the way I'm gonna support you, because you're not ready for this. This is a war out here, and it's a battleground that you're not ready for.
Interesting.
And for me to protect you, I'm gonna help you and tell you that you can't do this right now. That doesn't make her a bad woman or a weak woman either, because any of us could be weak for that moment. When you think about or put ourselves in her shoes, she's losing her family potentially. It's looking like I'm trying to keep it together, but in my mind, I know for a fact, this marriage, even if we go into another marriage, you and I, same people, this marriage is over.
Right.
And she's got to come to terms with that. So that hurts. But as far as her opinion, I'm pretty sure, you know, maybe your wife has. I've been with somebody that didn't look up to par to other people. I didn't see any of that. I only saw him.
Right.
You know what I mean? I remember me and him, we would be walking in the store, and people would literally text me, walk past, and this happened, and whoever listening, if they did it, they remember it. Text me and say, you can do better. Ooh. I did not, You know, people look at certain people that they're pretty or they're not. Outside, you understand what I'm saying? And to me, that's garbage, because whoever we zoom in on, if that's what we want, that's who we want. And what your opinion is doesn't matter. So I take that as, I call BS on the whole, because she looks like this is the reason why he cheated. If you have a problem with the way you look, she look, when you go shopping for her too.
Right.
If you got a problem with the way she's dressing, say, hey baby, I don't like those pants. Let me get you some dresses.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? There's a way to address anything, especially when you enter into a marriage. In my heart, it's a commitment. That means we are committed no matter what. This is a team. It's us against the world. He opened their marriage up so that the world can attack her. And really, it's his job to fix it. He really needs to fix this. Like this woman. And here's the thing. We talking more about her, not just us, the world. We're talking more about her than him. That's the reason why I want to virtually hit him, not physically, because you knew that's what was going to happen. You knew that it would be a deterrent. You knew that it was going to be a distraction on what you actually did. And, you know, it hurts. It hurts. Yeah. And as a woman, I hurt for her.
Yeah. And for me, like, when you say why women are not sticking behind her, like she said, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of women probably in his inbox, like, you know,
like,
giving
it's
them
gonna be over.
And,
I know I'm good enough.
Yeah.
I done got my boobs done. I done got my butt done. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Now.
Oh yeah.
It's cheaper now. It's cheaper now.
So I'm sure, unfortunately, like you said, Black women don't. If we would stick together, we would be so much further off in the world. You know, just helping each other out, like, and opposed to them just dragging her in the comments or saying what she looks like, making these memes. They really should be reaching out to her, you know, via DM, like, I'm here for you, I'm praying for you, you know. That way, that'll give her a little bit of motivation. Like, you know, like you said, everybody's making it seem like she's the reason he's cheated. And she is not the reason he cheated. He cheated because he's not a man. He's not.
He cheated because he's trash.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Well, let's shift. Let's make that shift. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about
Derrick Jaxn being trash.
Derrick Jackson. Because I want to get off of his wife for a minute because I think she needs more support. But how do you feel about Derrick Jaxn, baby?
Well, I mean, like I said, I didn't know him or know who he was. So to find out, I guess, that he was this relationship person and he cheated with multiple women, he's kind of not a man, I guess, per se. For me, when you cheat and you're in a relationship that you went before God and you said your vows and this and that and this and that, and you turn around and you cheat not once but multiple times and expect that wife to ride with you because it was a mistake, so-called mistake. You know, a mistake happens one time but not multiple times. So I could never even if, you know, a couple years later, I would never take any kind of relationship advice from him.
For him and anyone that's relationship gurus like that, because what about other relationship gurus? Because he spoke on Kevin Hart's situation. He spoke on...
I lost respect for Kevin Hart when he did it. Kevin Hart was my favorite comedian. Still, he did that to his
John
wife.
Gray. He got caught. He spoke on that twice.
The pastor that,
John Gray.
I think he cheated a couple times.
Yeah, and he spoke on that each time.
Yeah,
him and John Gray had words.
I stopped listening to him.
But how he handled the John Gray situation, I liked how he handled that. He talked about the situation as opposed to talking about John Gray, and he wanted for them to come together. So, with that being said, relationship gurus in general, and you know, those men of those entities.
So the thing with the relationship gurus, or is it a such thing? Is it someone that you would want to take advice from? Like, what makes you want to follow someone that gives out relationship advice? Is it because of their relationship, as you know, being a goal for you, or?
Well, that's a great point, because around last year, the Stephen guy, I think you posted about him.
Stephen Speaks?
Yeah, Stephen Speaks. Him, and it's a lot of other ones. They make a lot of money touring the world, doing motivational speaking, writing books. I'm not sure if he wrote a book in particular. I'm saying them in general.
He writes books.
Write books, motivational speaking. if I tell y'all how much people get from motivational speaking, we all gonna quit our job and get into doing that. But motivational speaking, certain commentaries, certain money they make just off social media, the amount of money they make just from that. One of my friends, Squeak, he wanted to do a podcast and a topic about being honest and real with women, because a lot of, from his opinion, a lot of these men, whether they believe it or not, they are catering to these women because they have an audience. So they say whatever they want to say, and these women gobble it up. That's the business. They gobble it up, whether it's true or not. They gobble it up. And see, that's what I'm saying about the relationship gurus. Like they have an audience. Women, even with my friend's clothing business, women are the main ones that will buy in clothes. Years ago in college, I learned when I was living with you, they used to market to the woman, because the woman used to be the stay-at-home mom, so she made all the decisions to spend all the money. So when back in the day, they used to have salesmen go to doors and door to doors, it would be the woman that would be at home, and they would cater to the woman because at that time, the woman was the average stay-at-home mom. Funny story, Jim Starks, he said when he was young, he seen how a guy sold a brush. He sold a brush 11 different ways because he had 11 sisters. He said, what type of hair you got? Oh, this brush works great for your hair. And he showed them how to comb his hair. He said, what kind of hair you got? Oh, I got a brush there. It was all the same brush. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying that because they became the salesmen to be relationship gurus.
Here's the thing. We want to stay off the religion topic, but it is tied in. I mean, the woman, she gave the apple to her husband.
It's baked in, huh?
He knew where to go. We are the weaker vessel. It's not a secret. We are admitting that. But that's the reason why the world is so messed up, because y'all got us afraid to be vulnerable. And we are vulnerable naturally. So now we got this wall up as this angry Black woman, or this bossed up woman, or this independent woman, whatever y'all want to call us. We got this wall up because we don't know who to trust anymore. And because our hearts are open and vulnerable already. That's the reason why y'all able to prey on those type of things. We were made like that. We can't deny it. We wish we could, but it's hard to trust in these days. It's very hard. But as far as the Derrick Jaxn, I agree with your wife. It's not about the guru. It's about, are you a man or are you not? It's just the bottom line. All of these gurus, we listen to them. And to be honest, let's talk about Derrick. Everything he said from before and up and now, he was talking real truth. Everything he said was true. He just failed to mention that he was one of them.
He was one of them.
And he failed to mention that I'm getting my information from myself. This is what I do. This is how I play women. This is what y'all believe when I said that last Thursday. That's what he failed to do. But it comes down to, are you a man or are you not? Somebody is always going to be attracted to your spouse or your partner. I don't care what level of attraction they are, somebody's going to be attracted to them. It's the loyalty that keeps you all intact. I know that another man would be attracted to me, duh. Right. I know that another woman would be attracted to my man.
Right.
I just want to connect with somebody, and we want to connect just like you, me, and y'all want us so loyal. We want the same thing. We want to be able that if you go outside, we don't have to worry about, we know they're going to come at you, but I know you ain't going to come back. That's where the trust come back.
Right.
Come to. You know what I mean? Let me fix that sentence. I know that they're going to come at you, but my hope is that you won't fight that bait. Right. You won't even indulge. You will let them know I'm happily married. I'm happily committed. Right. Guess what? Even if I'm attracted to you. Right. See, women, we can be attracted to another man. Men too, but I'm a woman. I can only speak for a woman. I can be attracted to another man, but that's where I turn that wall up that, look, I ain't even gonna give you no communication because I'm thinking about that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I remember I went into the hospital the other night. I'm saying that the devil was busy. Dude was, he was bulked up. He was looking real good, real nice, but I said, let me put my phone in my face and text my man because that's who I'm in love with. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. It comes down to loyalty.
The loyalty, yeah. It definitely comes down to the loyalty and the you being committed to that person you stood before God and made those vows and that commitment with it. And he was weak. Yeah. So I guess I'll say he's a weak man.
He is. Wow, I would say, like you said, he's not a man to me at all because the ingredients of a man is to be able to say no and protect your family, protect your home. You might be a male with male parts, but to be a man, you got to be able to sustain your family.
Say that then.
Support and provide for your family. You left your family wide open. If, God forbid, your wife harms herself.
Right.
It leaves your children with no mother.
Right.
It leaves your children mentally messed up that their father did that and caused it. You're not thinking, man. You're not thinking. And that's what's frustrating to the women. Y'all think when we yelling, we just trying to be, no, we yelling because we know the foundation that you ruining. Yeah. We already know. God gave it to us. Apparently, y'all not listening. Y'all not paying attention. We yelling when y'all make certain mistakes or put yourself in certain situations. We yelling because we can see the enemy all the way afar off. You saying that it was a phone call. We saying that if y'all was attracted to each other, y'all shouldn't even finish that conversation.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like we are constantly trying to protect our homes. And I'm pretty sure she did that because she's a woman. And you all are basically, every time we lock the door, y'all unlocking and open it up. And here comes the enemy. You know what I mean? So it's like, it comes down to being a man or not. And commitment, I'm beginning to think that there should be a seminar. Men need to congregate together. What happened to the men that would check and chastise another man? Hey, what you doing?
Your friend.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to, look at, oh Lord, the marriage of Huntsville, not marriage.
I know what you're talking about.
Huntsville, Alabama story. Anyway, I can't even name.
For the people that don't know, explain that.
So,
it's a reality show. Marriage of Huntsville. What is it called? Huntsville. What is it? They're based in Alabama.
Let me see.
Well,
Marriage of Huntsville.
Well, this is the thing though, because while both.
The mayor of Huntsville.
Is that Siri or is that Alexa?
It's a no. Don't do it, sir.
Is you using Siri?
Don't do it, sir.
Siri, for people that don't know, me and my sister, we go back and forth with the Android.
Yeah, because that's not even a phone what you have.
This is the software we got. We in the software game, shout it. But
it's called Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Okay.
So Martell, oh my God.
Yeah.
Him and his wife had it all. When I say it all, two black young people built it from the mud up. They've been together since they was in college or before college. They had it all. Millionaires. This man stepped out on his wife. Created such turmoil in his family. Now she's pregnant.
I was gonna say, I think she's pregnant, right?
5 years later, she's pregnant. Your wife, your family is gone.
Yeah.
Now he's starting to realize what he lost. Not over those 5 years.
No, he got the mistress pregnant, right?
He got a mistress pregnant.
Yeah. Now he got his wife pregnant.
Yeah, she had a baby too.
And now the mistress is pregnant currently.
Yeah.
So what happened was, and now I'm seeing it, thank you, Lord. Now we're seeing those other men like, what are you doing?
Right.
This your family.
Because at first I haven't started the new season yet, but they wasn't saying anything.
They wasn't saying nothing. At first they was just flinging it off like it was nothing. Now that his family foundation is completely destroyed and the story has changed, now they're like, what are you doing? If you want your family, you better fight. You understand what I'm saying? They like that stuff you did with that woman, that is not right. Now they want to tell him, and now he's starting to realize what he lost. He didn't realize that at first, because at first it was a sport. At first it was y'all doing it. Right. Why can't I do it? We all doing it. It's a sport. Yeah, dude, but you ruined your family. So now it's time to have a conversation. You doing it in a way of sloppiness. You doing it in a way of you putting it out in the world. Now, don't get me wrong. I disagree with any cheating because it hurts. It hurts. However, the story is going that the men are like, you should have kept it behind closed doors. You got family. And now he's starting to realize what he lost. Now he's saying it's not just the kids that I miss. I miss my wife. I miss my family.
Ooh, that's heavy. So why don't you give your conclusion on this? Because this was quick. Man, this went long enough. Man, this was quick. Man, this is not too fast.
The conclusion of it all is, are you a man? And do you understand commitment? I think that the men need to get together and reiterate the word commitment. Do you want to be in the streets and be honest about that? Because it's people out here that agree with that. It's people out here that only want that. That's y'all life. That's y'all sector of life. But the women that want a relationship, let's learn the word commitment, and let's learn how to stop treating y'all queens like some pieces of trash. Or matter of fact, Martell called his mistress a peasant on the previous series. But guess what? She deserved it. You messing with a married man that you know is married. You are a peasant. And side chicks need to understand that. They can only participate if you allow it. You hurting another woman. Every time we do that, you hurting another woman, sweetheart, it's never going to end well. We think that the grass is going to be green on the other side. You're going to soon find out that grass is just as brown as her grass was when you walked on it.
Brown.
So men need to, learn that commitment. And not only that, respect us. Respect your woman enough. Love your woman enough to say, I'm not gonna let you, a stranger that don't know us, that didn't deal with us, come in and interfere with my friend, which is my wife. That's your friend first. Why would you let somebody hurt your friend? Y'all got buddies that y'all say bros before? Y'all wouldn't dare let a friend get hurt, but y'all will leave us wide open.
Say that then.
Yeah. So my thing is, like she touched on, be honest. If you feel like something is going sideways in your marriage or your relationship, be honest with your partner. Let them know, like, I don't like this, or I feel like, I'm pulling away, or I feel like I'm not attracted to you anymore because of this, and that. Be honest, especially if you're, over 40 or whatever. Be honest, because how old is Derrick? Is he 40 or in his 40s?
I think in his 30s.
I don't even know.
I don't know.
But not even worth a Google.
Yeah, my thing is just be honest. Honesty will get you a lot further than trying to go behind someone's back and cheat and have a side chick, a mistress, because what is done in the dark is always going to come to light. Like you were saying, he's cheated with his mistress for 5 years. Now she's pregnant. So you never stop messing with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I have a zero tolerance for cheating. So I'm out the first time. I'm sorry.
And guess what? We all start out with that mentality, God forbid, until it happens. When I say God forbid, that's my prayer and covering that it will never happen. Y'all are already married, but we all have that mentality that not me until it happens.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't gonna never say that, not me.
Yeah.
But
I pray, and I'm saying this for the viewers. I didn't mean that as an attack. I've already covered you in the blood that this won't happen, but we've all started out with that mentality.
Yeah, so my thing is just to men, and my conclusion on this, just be honest. Like, just be honest, because honesty will get you a lot further than trying to go behind your
and I ran out of lotion.
Your spouse's back, because I said,
don't get knocked off that chair. She right there.
What is done in the dark is gonna always, whether it's years down the road, it's gonna
shots
come
of
out.
Henny and a black and mild. I was in there. I ain't
just talking stuff, y'all. He's
he
very faithful.
drink.
That's what we was laughing at.
Okay,
he
so
don't drink.
Period.
Couple shots of Henny. I was in there shouting.
He wouldn't even come out. It was the ones pimping.
So let me give you my conclusion on this. Well, we was in the mall yesterday, Verna. And,
we were.
We was in the mall yesterday, and her mother, because she think I be lying. She lost like over 60 pounds. So a dude almost broke his neck and fell looking at her booty the other day. And I'm like, I ain't see it. Her mother seen it
either. So
her mother seen it, and I was about to, because sometimes I play with the dude, but like, man, she thick, ain't she?
Oh, don't do that, Johnny.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Who
It
knows?
might be cute to you, but it opens up too many doors. I get it.
It's funny though. It's funny. We used to have a rule in the house that if it's funny, I can get away with it. Yeah. But
hey, if y'all agree, it's all the week.
I don't know. But my opinion on Derrick Jaxn is, for one, it's a lot of people are attacking him on social media. A lot of people that are attacking him in the news, saying all these things about him. I'll say that if you are honest and you put all your stuff out in the beginning, it's nothing left to attack. Similar to the 8 Mile, when Eminem said all the bad stuff about him in the rap and he had nothing else left to say.
Right.
So if I put all that out, you can't attack me. Yeah. Now it's a woman that's on social media that's saying that some of the videos he's been posting
was from her house.
It's from her house.
In front of her house. Yeah.
In front of her house. And she was like, you see the arches, those are my arches, so on and so forth. So if he's not being honest, and now I'm not saying
said this earlier.
Huh? I forgot. Y'all was doing so good with talking. I didn't want to cut y'all off. But I'm saying that to say that, to put all of them in a bubble. I want to put Derrick Jackson, Kevin Hart, John Gray,
all the cheaters,
all of them men. What I've learned is, even though some of the stuff is hilarious on social media wins. I'm not going against social media. If social media catch me slipping, I'm gonna take it.
My phone off.
Right.
No, I'm gonna comment and like it. I'm gonna tell them, man, that's funny.
I'm turning my phone off because I'm jumping ball head at the minute I get mad.
I'm telling them, keep the jokes coming. They funny. Like I'm a fan of funny. But all of them, they are attacking them on social media. What I've learned, and I'll say who I've learned this from in one of his things that I heard him say, that when men like that, I don't look down on them, I don't laugh at them, and I don't talk about them. What I do is I learn, because the same thing that they're tempted from, I could be tempted from the same thing. So since I could be tempted from the same thing, I cannot laugh, I cannot joke, I cannot mock at it, because you, Verna, my wife, my family, my friends, we on our way up to something.
Yeah.
So we on our way up to something. If I laugh at it, it opens the door for it to come attack me.
Yeah.
So if it opens the door to come attack me, I don't want to give no ammunition to those things to come attack me. So for those men, they on the way up, they have 10 times the temptation to fight. So since they have more the temptation to fight, what I would advise, just my opinion, especially if you talk to women, you should seek counsel in a woman.
Yeah.
You should seek counsel in a man, someone that you may or may not look up to, and I want to say you may not look up to, because sometimes, being that you have this big stature, he has 9 books, well accomplished. Some of the stuff that he was saying that I tried to dig into, looks like it was really good. It seemed like he was really solid on the information.
Substance in his
yes, it's very substance. It's a lot of substance in it. So I would say, seek counsel in a man that can tell you wrong.
That's
hey,
right.
You messed up, and I'm gonna tell you why. And you need to sit down and listen, because I got some wisdom. I might have wisdom, and I'm younger than you. I might have wisdom, and I'm older than you. So I think that you need to seek counsel in a man that's you may or may not have an older uncle vibe that you can get. Yeah. And then when it comes to a woman, my opinion, one of the reasons why we started this podcast is because people already been coming to us. People already been coming to us for advice, so on and so forth. One day we was on the phone literally with different friends calling for us for advice. Yeah. So I wanted to give that to other people. So my wife tells me things that I'm not even thinking.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking. I might not even be on the road. I never even thought of it. Like she's smart on another level that I may not can tap into. Yeah. And if you're talking to women,
become a man, Johnny.
Watch me go, sis. If you talking to women, you need to seek counsel in a woman, because a woman can tell you when you overstepping your boundaries.
That's
A woman can tell you when you overstepping your boundaries on some things you may not know about, or you may not need to be sharing right now, or you may not be strong in that suit. You may not be great in this area. So, or they can give you some ideas that you never thought of, because hence the point what we was talking about earlier, the feminist movement that is growing right now. Some things that may be too sensitive for women ears to hear right now. The rape culture that's going on. Your ears may not be able to hear that. You only can hear from your ear. So you need to seek counsel in a woman, so that way she can say, hey,
her side of the story.
try this on for size. And you may not agree, but you need to bounce ideas off a woman, because your core group is women. If your core group is women, you want to keep feeding them the best product. And if you're the best product, you need to feed them the best product. And you need to keep, as you said, the ingredients of a man. You want to make sure your ingredients right. Sometimes when you're making that cake, I know sometimes, a lot of our family members, our friends, they know how to make certain things without looking up the ingredients. And sometimes they forget. Sometimes it don't turn out right. So a lot of those ingredients, you need to get the ingredients from the great source. So a great source would be from a woman, from a man, from an elder, someone that has wisdom in those things. So that's why I would use this time to catapult the trajectory of where I can be and where I should be, and use this like, hey, maybe I've been tempted. And me personally, I like men that are flawed. I like, because I'm not too far from it. I can see where you've grown. Now, if you've been flip-flopping and playing around, that's a different subject. But if you flaw, and I see that it's just so much great potential in you, I can work with that, because I know I can. How can I say? I can touch that. It's hard to touch.
Why is it so acceptable for men to cheat when we both get tempted? We're both, men come at us all day, like you said. He'll look at her butt right in front of you. So why is it so socially acceptable that men do it?
That's a separate topic. We're gonna save that topic, Verna. We're gonna save that. You done list about 5 topics, Verna. You done list about we're gonna save that. See, Verna, come on. We're gonna save that. The next topic, socially acceptance of cheating. Okay. I'm gonna hold you to that we're gonna bring you back for that one.
Okay.
But
give me 4 weeks.
Huh?
I gotta finish this degree. Give me 4 weeks.
No, we're gonna bring it on before that. I don't care nothing about what you're saying.
Okay.
But get that in order, shout. Okay. But the thing is that I think he should seek counsel, and I would look up as opposed to looking down. So I'm gonna end it on that one. My little Jerry Springer thing, you know what I'm saying, shouting. But I'm gonna end on that. Verna, I want to thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
We're gonna bring you back more than once, and that way we can highlight all the things you're doing, and hopefully we can see what type of assistance we can help with you in this process.
It's an honor. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And we love you. So get everybody in contact. What's your social media handles?
I think it's just Verna McGruder. You Google it's just Verna McGruder, or my Instagram is Miss _Verna, something like that. But I'm never on Instagram. I'm on Facebook.
When you post on,
I'm not.
When you post on Instagram, you can post on Facebook. Just do both at the same time.
Here's the thing. I just pick one and go back to bed. I work 3rd shift and I go to school full time.
Oh, you work 3rd too, don't you? Oh, that's why you fell asleep.
I didn't get off till like 10 something. I'm supposed to get off at 8, but I didn't get off.
Oh, you work 3rd. You a night owl.
Look how I just sacrificed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I finished all work before I got on here.
But see, this is why we need to get off. But you need an outlet though. You need an outlet. You did all. I done stalked all the stuff you done said on Facebook. You need to quit giving Facebook that, and because it. You're
right. I'll be like, look, somebody done struck something in me.
See. And if you did it on the podcast, more people can hear you. You see what I'm saying?
What? A lot of people have said it. I didn't do it, but I just started ranting and just started listening. So.
Okay, so we're gonna work on that. So, Verna McGruder on all social media handles. And baby, what's yours?
I am his Mrs. Dyson.
Show is. You show
just
is.
my name on Facebook.
You show is, shouting. You show is. But mine is Your Benevolent Coach on Instagram and Facebook, and Benevolent Coach on Twitter. And our social media handles for our podcast is the Dyson's Effect Podcast on everything: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And you can email us with your questions at
the Dyson's Effect at hotmail.com.
There you go. And we can get it in. Peace, love, and blessings.
Thank you.
That's Verna.
This is Theresa.
And this is Johnny. And this has been another episode of the
Dyson's
Effect.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.